Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Last game for the Pelicans, they ended up losing to Orlando. Stolen by Quickly. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Over Johnson. And that one's good. Ingram's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Pelicans. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now here's Ingram. After Keon Johnson's miss. Here's Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Claxton. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Now, he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here are the Nets. Stolen by Quickly. To the left wing. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Now, here's Quickly. Puts up a 3.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Here's Ingram. Driving in. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Here's Williams. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Ingram. Johnson with the rebound.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
The kick out to Williams. Good on the triple. Williams has got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Quickly with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Johnson. It's blocked. And he recovers it. Johnson can't hit.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Quickly. There's the pick. Going inside. 2 points. That one goes.
In an instant, Quickly saw the opening, didn't hesitate.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Pass to Whitehead. A 3-ball. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Pelicans trail The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Back to Melton. 6 to shoot. To the inside. He's hit again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
Ingram left side. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Ingram's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, when he gets around there, because he's so long and so quick off the floor, Brandon Ingram tough to stop.
And it's quickly missing.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Here's Whitehead. No scoring in this one. Launches a three. Rebound by Murray.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Quickly. We've got 28 seconds left in the first.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Clowney. Pass to Melton. Here's Wilson. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Deep two for Murray. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. New Orleans on top, up by 1. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Pelicans?
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
The Nets working the ball around now. Basket counts. Thomas got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Brooklyn.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Dick. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And the Nets with possession here. Johnson with it. Still yet to score. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Pelicans know that chemistry is key. They've got plenty of talent. Brandon Ingram says there is sacrifice in figuring out how to win. And I know New Orleans hasn't seen winning. We don't have a banner in our arena. We're just trying to draw closer and closer together. All I want to do is win. Kevin?
They've got talent, David, that's for sure. Thank you. Brent, one thing we've seen these days, three-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not, that's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on. 4 on the shot clock. McCollum, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pelicans trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the dunk by Dick.
Showing some strength on that finish. Dick is solid at converting there through contact.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And that one drops for him. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Pulls up. Dick can't get it to go.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game. Williams gets the bucket.
And it looks like they're settling down after having some real problems shooting the ball in that opening quarter.
Here's Boston. The rebound by the Nets.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's the teardrop. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And Williams slams it in.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime. And the Pelicans miss again.
And they continue to control the glass.
Claxton, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Brooklyn leading by 8. Here's Williams. Pass to Claxton. Johnson outside. Over quickly. Johnson can't hit.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And Ingram seems just more and more confident in his ability to shoot from the three-point line.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. .124 left here in the second. And here's Melton. Scoreless thus far. And yes, it's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They set the pick. The shot's good from quickly.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Wilson left side. Melton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Clowney. With the teardrop. No good on that one. Pelicans trailed by 4. Here's Ingram. Lays it up and off the glass. 9 points for Brandon Ingram.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Portis the screen. Right hand shot is off. And so it's New Orleans with it. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Astor quickly. There's a good screen. Shot from the top of the key. So that'll be it for the first half. A fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing by 2. You know, whether he's coming off the bench or Brent starting, Immanuel Quickley can score.
IQ is something else. I mean, he finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting in one season. He's capable of putting up 30 as a starter or as a reserve, but it's a unique perspective to sit on that bench, watch the flow of the game, and come in and be impactful. IQ does that.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Nets leading by 3. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, he's throwing the defense off balance, and then he gets to the bucket. That's a nice move from Ingram.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guy. And so it's Brooklyn with it. It's a 3-point game. Here's Johnson. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Outside Thomas. Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Floats one. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done with it. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Here's Ingram. Some solid defense from Johnson. 14 feet away. Thomas, no luck. Pelicans trail by 7. On the wing quickly. With the drive. And the rejection by Claxton. Thomas, it's a wide open look. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Ingram up top. He's got 13. Now, here's Quickly. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Substitution on the court.
Nets leading by 7. The kick out to Williams. Off target from outside.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Now Dick. Pass to Boston. Just 5 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Here's Olynyk. Ball's knocked loose. From deep, Williams. Boston grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 7. Dick wide open. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Can they get it? And that one's good, Boston. Boston's got his second bucket of the night.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. There's 1:40 left here in the third quarter. Right side, Portis takes a 3. The shot that time, not on target. Pelicans trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Dick. Here's Boston. Great D that time from Portis. Brooklyn leading by 5. Inside, Olynyk with the steal. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. .58 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Whitehead. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Olynyk with it. Here's Boston. He's guarded by Melton. Boston, no good. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The shot by Wilson, no good. Pelicans trail by 7. Pass to Dick. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Olynyk in the corner. Here's Robinson Earl. Rebound, Brooklyn. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7.
The Pelicans, 30.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So it's Brooklyn now. They lead by 7. To the right side. Johnson the screen. The kick out to Williams. Ingram with the steal. Here's the 3. That shot, no good.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Williams, that's good. Pelicans trail by 9. Quickly with it. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Every now and then quickly can feel out that mid-range and attack that area.
Yep, it counts. Johnson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Ingram. The shot missing. Johnson with the defensive effort. Pass to Johnson. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Quickly can space out that floor for you, knock down three-point shooter.
Here's Johnson. It's good. The basket, he's now 5 for 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Quickly. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Nick Claxton.
And he's got such a great feel for the game. Quickly can take the bump and get the bucket.
At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
Ingram outside. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And right now, people wanting to tune in as Brandon Ingram is putting on a show.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's not taking any chances. It wants to huddle him up right away. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordi Fernandez was telling the team. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David. Pass to Claxton. Over in the corner, Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Quickly looking it over. Misses the 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Johnson, good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And it's Ingram missing. Nets leading by 12. Williams inside the line. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Williams has got 20 points.
And not really played as a playmaker. Cam Johnson with the smart play, just giving it up.
And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. A minute 50 left in the game. Nifty move. And it's quickly missing. Thomas outside. Pelicans with the rebound. Murray outside. It's Ingram on the wing. Second shot opportunity. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Ingram with the effort and the length, that wiry frame helping him get in for that rebound.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Nets.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Pass to Ingram. There's the screen. Shoots from the line. That one drops for him.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Nick Claxton.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Pass to Ingram. Back to Quickly. Shoots. Clock at 4. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson from outside. It counts. And so it's Brooklyn.
I was just flying coach. Y'all thought you were sick, you were misdiagnosed. I'm dope and you never had this.